Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1994 release by Hasbro from their Stargate The Movie series of action figures. And these action figures was all based on that official Stargate movie that was released in 1994. Okay, Stargate was about a gate that was discovered that transports you to another world, and there was an army that went through the gate to see what they could find at the other end of the gate, and they found another planet which was ruled by Abydos, which is who this action figure is of. Okay, so this is the card that it comes on. And it says, includes figure and accessories, Stargate, ages 5 and up, 89002, 89005 assortment. And it says, with shooting Pharaoh gun. And it's Ra, the ruler of Abydos. I think it's pronounced Ray, or Ra, ruler of Abydos. And there you can see an image of him on the right hand side. And just below that, you can see the figure itself and his accessories that come with it. It says collectible alien spaceship artifact included, and it caution do not aim weapon at eyes or face. Warning contains small parts which poses choking hazard for children under the age of 3. Okay, so that is the back of the card. I'm just going to turn the card around now and let's see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card around and this is what we got on the back. It says, official action figures, vehicles and accessories bring the Stargate movie adventure to life. Collect them all. You got Hasbro toy logo at the top and it's got Stargate. So the figures in this collection are Daniel Jackson, Ra, Palace Guard Horus, Skara, Colonel O'Neill, Attack Pilot Horus, Lieutenant Kowalski and Anubis. And you also have the winged glider with fire and missile launchers. You've got the all-terrain cruiser, which includes shooting launcher. And Mustache includes harness, shooting catapult launcher, and transport sled. It says clip and collect bio cards to form Stargate pyramids. Use safely scissors to cut out bio card along dotted lines, then cut 3 slots where indicated A, B, and C on right edge of card. Collect all 8 storage packages, 4 heroes and 4 aliens, and insert tabs A, B, and C on the 4 heroes bio cards into corresponding slots. Repeat with the 4 alien bio cards. And this is Ra, is the unquestioned ruler of Abydos. His very name strikes fear in the human slaves on the planet. Ra possesses unimaginable secret powers and total loyalty of his elite Horus guards. Although surrounded by luxury, Ra is unfeeling and ruthless with no regard for human life. Ra's power and influence become threatened with the arrival of the Stargate team, and he must fight at all costs to maintain control of his evil rule. And you've got Egyptians have many gods, most of which are depicted as having the heads of. And that's the question, and there's the answer in hieroglyphics. And you have to collect all 8 figure cards to complete the hieroglyphic alphabet, and you use them to decode and create the hieroglyphic messages. So the weapon is the Pharaoh gun, and the artifact is the spaceship. And it's a Stargate TM 1994, the Studio Canal, US, all rights reserved, which is all the copyright information at the bottom. You've got the barcode, the CE numbers, and it's 89002 in assortment number 89005. Okay, so that's the back of the card. So let's turn the card back round and have a zoom in on the figure itself. Okay, so I've zoomed right in onto Ra himself, and you can see that it is a very, very detailed figure. I'm very impressed with the actual sculpting of this figure, although I appreciate he's a pharaoh and that's what the pharaohs look like. So and his obviously his gold colored skin, but I think it's been done remarkably well. So we're going back 30 years. So 30 years ago when this figure was produced, the technology was somewhat what we call now as antiquated compared to what we use in this day and age, but these figures are just phenomenal. I think the sculpting on the face of this figure is just absolutely fantastic. The whole of the body and the outfit that Ra is wearing is incredible. It just looks so good, and these figures are just far too good to be played with. They're just fantastic for display. Really nice figures. Articulation wise, they're not the best for articulation, but you do have, I'm not quite sure if this one has a movable head, and I don't know if the headdress comes off or not, so without opening that I couldn't confirm that. But I do know the shoulders move, the arms move, the waist moves, the legs obviously will move up and down, but there's no joints at the knees, so it's not going to move. So it's only a limited amount of articulation. Now he does come with his Pharaoh gun, which is the purple item just there, and you load in the spears. The if you can just see at the bottom of the card, you've got not the spears. They're the well, like torpedoes, missiles. You load them into the front. There's a trigger at the bottom. It's spring loaded, and you fire the trigger, and that fires the missiles out. And then it also comes complete with a mini pyramid spaceship alien artifact, which is what we can just see just here in the shape of a pyramid. It's actually a spaceship. Okay, that is the figures themselves. Now, size wise, they weren't the biggest of figures, but let's give them a measure. So we're looking at 11 centimeters in all, which is a 4.5 inches. We're looking at 2 inches across, which is 5 centimeters, and depth wise we were talking about 2 centimeters, maybe just over, maybe 2.5 centimeters, depending on where you're actually measuring from. So that is the figures. Now, how well did these figures do? Well, Stargate was a kind of like a mixed story. The actual movie itself didn't have an ending. It was quite an odd movie, but we understand now why there wasn't an ending, because they then turned it into a television series. But otherwise, the movie, although it was a good movie, a good concept, I think the story wavered as it got further into the film. But that's my opinion. It still was a good film, still enjoyed it. But I think the whole build up to going through the Stargate itself and getting to the other side, that was fantastic. But then the story, it didn't seem to be as good as the build up was. So, but even so, still a very good film. Still done pretty well at the box office, and the merchandise, as far as I know, done very well. But probably not. Probably would have done better had they released these figures when the television series was on, rather than the actual film itself. But that's my opinion. But of course, now 30 years on, these figures have become incredibly collectible and very difficult to find, especially in this mint unopened condition. I mean, you can pick some of these figures up online on the platforms. Most of them you'll find opened. And there's certain figures that are quite common to be found on the platforms that are still sealed, but the more difficult ones, like this particular one of Ra, is now getting quite difficult to find. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Stargate items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive you won't want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you're looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.